Hello there. What is going on, Star Wars fans? We have got a real great treat to look at today. If you are in the market for getting a holiday gift for a loved one or yourself, maybe you're watching this video after Christmas, maybe you didn't get what you wanted, maybe you're looking to say, you know what, I'm getting myself something. We are going to be looking at an amazing helmet from Cybercraft. We're also going to be comparing this to some of the Black Series helmets, kind of give a good helmet overview of some things that we want to look for in a helmet and things that I particularly like about helmets, and hopefully give you a good overview. If you guys are new here to the channel, we are still doing 12 days of Life Day giveaways. You just have to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. Don't forget about that lightsaber giveaway. That's a part of that also. Again, any of the giveaways that I do, and I do them all the time, you just have to be a subscriber and you have to leave a comment on this or one of my videos. It's as simple as that. Also, you can check out the links that are in the description below if you want to learn where to pick up an amazing helmet like this awesome Bo-Katan helmet. We are going to take a closer look, but definitely check out Cybercraft. Cybercraft did send this out to me to take a look at, so big thanks to them. But without further ado, let's dive in, take a close look. I'm going to let you try this helmet on. That's one of the things I do in most of my videos. Especially if I'm looking at a helmet, I want to let you try it on, so it'll give you an idea what it feels like to get inside the Beskar. All right, so you might recognize this helmet from The Mandalorian Season 2, or from Star Wars Rebels, or from the Clone Wars. This is the helmet that is usually seen being worn and or carried by Bo-Katan, amazing Night Owl founder, the former member of Death Watch, and potential uniter of the clans of Mandalore. We have an amazing job on this helmet. Now they do all of their helmets over there customly done. They have a ton of different options to look at, but we're looking at this one today. We've got this really great kind of curvature that a lot of the female helmets will typically have, whereas the males are a little bit more straight and narrow. Sabine Wren, Bo-Katan, for example, Ursa Wren, they have more of the curved eyelets and stuff, and so that's kind of one of the hallmarks of some of the Mandalorian armor. We've got some of her artwork and her patterns right here on the head. We've got some battle damage too. And so this is really cool. So when we look really close here, we can see that there's been some kind of ricochet here. Maybe it was a blade, maybe it was a vibro sword or a vibro axe, or maybe just a round kind of impacting off of that Beskar. And you can see there's a shinier material under here. So the paint apps are really, really nice on this helmet. And you're seeing little bits where this is definitely like Mandalorian Season 2 style book. She's not young, this is the helmet that has seen some battles. This is the helmet that has seen a lot of battles. We got a little bit of paint apps over here. Now, some of this is meant to just indicate wear and stuff, and this one maybe not. Maybe they're a little splashy right there. Real nice right up here along the kind of ridge lines. And of course, this is recessed also to really give a great form to it. We've got some really nice scarring to the armor right up in here. I'm very much digging that. If we go around the side, we've got great detailing on the side. The white part of the paint will stop right here at the top, but the details don't stop there. So as we are kind of turning the helmet around a little bit more, you see there's more scarring, more battle damage along the sides. We also have some in the back. We're getting this kind of like this classic ridges right here that we have come to see. Like if you've got a Boba Fett helmet or anything like that, if you've ever seen that, this is the pattern that we're going to see in the back. We've got some scarring that kind of goes across there as well. Just great paint apps all throughout this thing. Very, very cool. We go around to the right side. We do have the rangefinder, and the rangefinder is it's shipped separately, and I did kind of slot it in there. The rangefinder was actually shipped on a big styrofoam piece wrapped up to be very, very safe, and as you can see, it came out perfectly safe right here. But it also does move, so you're going to be able to move that rangefinder down. Now, this is not an LED or an electronic helmet, so this is basically just a normal unpowered helmet. There are some helmets that do have electronics. This one is not one of the ones that has electronics as a part of it. So this will be able to go up or stay down, or it'll be able to move however you want it to move within there. Now, let's take a look at the inside of the helmet. We're going to do some trying on real quick, but I just wanted to kind of show you guys the inside of the helmet. Now, this is different than a lot of the Black Series helmets. And this might be one area where like maybe you prefer the Black Series, maybe you don't, because there's pros and cons with the inside of this helmet. Now, the first con that you're going to see is, well, you don't have a whole lot of detailing on the inside, right? You're not getting all this sculpted detail. You're not getting all of this like wires and things like that. And that could be something that maybe you care about, maybe you don't. In this case, what you are getting is a kind of a felt lined and padded and cushioned. This is like a pillow in here. So there's a lot of cushioning in here. Now, this part is a little harder because, again, this is where it sculpts in. But on the rest of the parts, it's very cushiony and soft. And I will admit, I have tried it on already, and it's very, very comfortable. But we'll get to that because I'll put it on for you here in just a moment. Now, when we get to where the visor is, there is some parts in here where you can see it's a little bit loose. Like, you can probably trim this a little more if you want to. Right, it's a little loose there, so a little bit of a little bit of room to maybe trim it up a little bit more depending on how much you want to do in there. So maybe not the cleanest cuts in there, but still So again, from the looks perspective, maybe not the best, but as far as comfort and fit, well, I'm going to talk about that more in a little bit. But generally, spoiler warning, yes, very, very comfortable helmet. All right, let's. I want to do a little comparison between this and some of the other helmets out there as well. And then I'll try this on. And, well, I'm going to try it on first. I'll let you try it on, and then we'll do a comparison. So now we're going to try on the helmet, and I'll show you how easy it is to put on. One thing I am going to have to do is I'm going to have to take my glasses off. The curved or the indented recessed pieces right here do kind of get in the way of where the corners of my glasses are. Most helmets I end up having to take my glasses off for anyway, so that's nothing new to me. But for this one, it's gonna go on nice and easy. A lot of helmets will get stuck right here on me, so if you see me wearing like some of the other Black Series helmets, a lot of times my chin will be poking out, but this one goes all the way down. I have no problem here. My nose does kind of rub across the inside of the guard about right here, but it fits really, really well. And I have surprisingly good visibility. I can see both my hands like out this far. I can see like this far in front of me. So really good visibility in this helm. And if I trim some of the felt, I'll probably have even a little bit more. But it's really good. I can see better out of this helm than I think that X-Wing one right there is the only one that I can see better, because that one has a completely open face. So I have a 7 5/8 head, and this is perfect. Now, I did tighten the screws in here for the guard. Those are on the inside of the helmet, and that tightened this up really well. So now I can bring this thing down and bring them up with ease. So really nice control over this, because I know it was a little bit loose before when I was putting the helmet on. There's some screws on the inside. I'll show you those again when we do the comparison, but really comfortable, and the padding feels really good on my ears. But I'm going to let you guys try it on here in a minute, and we'll do a comparison to some of the other ones. Just for comparison's sake, we'll go with Boba Fett right here, because this is one of the ones that just doesn't fit, and I've already like loosened everything, all the internals up as much as I can, but it comes down to about right there, and you can see my chin is kind of sticking out, so I'm like, my eyes are like right here, right? It doesn't want to go all the way in there. So it still works, it's just not the most comfortable. So yeah, so that's kind of how it works. We're gonna compare a couple of the helmets here and kind of give the pros and cons. All right, so I grabbed a couple of other helmets. Now, I have a lot of different helmets, and if you want to check out all of the detailed reviews on all of them, I'm going to put some links over here. Be sure to check out the station. Go to Crabbok.com. I've got a lot of other reviews and things, basically stapled over there. So check those out. First thing we'll look at is like basically a Stormtrooper helmet. The Stormtrooper helmet, this is one of the Black Series ones. And while it's certainly recognizable, this is a black one. There's white ones too. I just grabbed the dark Stormtrooper helmet. There's not as much detailing, and there's a little bit more of a plasticky kind of toy-like texture to a lot of these. They still look cool. Not much going on the interior as well. There's not a whole lot in these. Now, a lot of these do have a little battery pack to give you a little bit of microphone stuff, so you can kind of talk through there. And I demoed that in a little bit in the video for the Shadow Trooper helmet. But still, like, not terrible. But the biggest problem I had with all the Stormtrooper helmets, with all of this stuff that's in here, it makes it really, really hard to fit on a large head. I can't get these on hardly at all. So this is like maybe the most uncomfortable type of helmet possible to wear. Now, out of the Black Series, I'm going to move this over here. Out of the Black Series, the Mando helmets aren't terrible, right? We looked at Boba Fett already. I can get it on a little bit. I can get it most of the way down. One of the cool things about these is that you do have a lot of interior stuff. You have a lot of circuitry, a lot of sculpted detail, and even a little bit of like plasticky kind of padding in here. But it's not as comfortable. It's kind of in the middle. Right? It's not terrible. And you do have some electronics. You have the rangefinder, which you can push the button and the rangefinder goes down and it'll light up if you wanted to do that. You can sort of pull this thing off, and you got a little bit more built into that. It still doesn't quite fit as good. You do have a lot of detailing on this, a lot of scarring and stuff. So there's a lot going on with this one. It's certainly not terrible, but part of what you're paying for is, I think, all of the interior sculpting, and maybe you're not even going to care about that when you're wearing it, right? And I think it really boils down to, is it something that maybe you want to wear? Is it something that maybe you don't? And then we've got kind of the same thing with the Mando, the Din Djarin helmet. A lot of interior sculpting. It kind of fits about the same as the Boba Fett helmet, which means not that well. And it's kind of a little bit higher here. So like definitely like you can almost see like my bottom lip when I'm talking when I wear this one. It's harder to fit on, but does have some electronics built into it. Versus this one here, which again, doesn't have the electronics. It doesn't have the detailed interior, but fits really good. I think looks probably the best on the outside, and is going to be comfortable. And that's a really important thing. I think the comfort is probably the most significant part of this, especially if you're going to wear this as part of a costume, for cosplay, for conventions, or for like 501st type stuff or anything like that. You want it to be comfortable because you're going to have to wear it for a long period of time. And this is the one that I could wear all day long. But I think you guys probably want to try it on. Should we do that? All right, here we go. We're going to let you put this helmet on, and this is hopefully simulates what it might feel like to put one of these on. Okay, so you can kind of see through, since we're only going with the one camera. We've got the Darksaber in hand. Maybe you're going to cut down Darth Maul and stop him from causing havoc with your people. Maybe we're gonna fight some enemies over here, fight some enemies over there, take our helmet off. We united Mandalore. All right, guys, so that is the Bo-Katan helmet from Cybercraft. I honestly think it's absolutely gorgeous. It's super comfortable, feels great, looks great. It looks just like Bo-Katan's. It's instantly recognizable. They're pretty darn incredible. So if you liked this review, I'd love to hear what you guys think. Let me know down in the comment section. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Share it with your friends. Anybody you know looking for holiday gift ideas or for some really, really high-end helmets, check out Cybercraft. I'll put a link in the description below. Big thanks to Cybercraft for sending this out. And that is going to do it for today's video. Big thanks to my patrons. You guys are absolutely amazing and help make this whole channel possible. So thank you for your continued support. I will talk to you guys later and look for more reviews. We've got more stuff coming. I want to thank you all so very much. And as always, make sure that if you are tackling a giant lizard, make sure you've got an electric prod with you. Don't do it with your bare hands. Giant lizards tend to eat little humans like you.